Reflection on the mind and non-self. The mind, when unobserved, becomes our greatest source of suffering. It moves constantly, arising, forming stories, creating reactions, and then fading away. In each moment, it can generate subtle dissatisfaction or deep emotional pain. And yet, most of the time, this process happens quietly, unnoticed. The mind creates narratives about who we are, what happened, what should have been, and what might come next. When awareness is absent, we don't recognize these as just thoughts. Instead, we believe them. We identify with them. We become them. And in that identification, suffering is born. There is pain in the heart, not because of reality itself, but because the mind attaches to its own creations. It holds on, resists, judges, compares. This is what creates the continuous cycle of inner disturbance. But when mindfulness arises, something begins to shift. We start to see clearly. A thought appears. It stays for a brief moment, and then it disappears. Another thought follows the same pattern. Again and again, this process unfolds, arising, staying, ceasing. When we observe closely, we begin to understand that the mind is not a solid entity. It is not stable. It is not continuous. It is a stream of conditioned events happening on their own. In this seeing, we no longer need to fight the mind. We no longer need to suppress it or control it. Instead, we simply witness. We watch thoughts come and go, like clouds passing through the sky. Some are heavy and dark. Some are light and fleeting. But none of them stay. And most importantly, none of them are self. When we stop identifying with the stories, the emotional weight begins to dissolve. The pain softens. The heart becomes lighter. There is a quiet understanding that begins to arise. This is not me. This is not mine. This is not who I am. The mind continues its activity, but the suffering no longer takes hold in the same way. There are moments of pure awareness, still, clear, untouched. In those moments, the mind is simply known as it is, empty of self, empty of ownership, just a natural process unfolding. And in that seeing, there is peace, not because the mind has stopped, but because the illusion of self within it has been seen through.